Hello? Okay, ready to begin. This is a science video, supersized star stages script by me. Nebula. Every star starts like this, and every star has hydrogen and helium. An explanation to what the image is: it's a large cloud of dust and gas called a nebula, and its particles collide because the star begins to collapse under its own gravity, which is the reason for its particles collision. By the way, when a star dies, the remains make more stars. Protostar. The core of the nebula forms into a hot, dense protostar. When the star's core becomes hot enough, nuclear fusion reactions begin. In physics, nuclear fusion is a process in which two nuclei join, forming a larger nucleus and releasing or energy. Absorbing energy. Main sequence. The massive star enters into the main sequence. After its protostar phase, after its core becomes hot and dense enough to ignite hydrogen fusion into helium, this is the star entering its main sequence. Now it's about to get juicy. Red giant. It's exactly what it says, a red giant, and this is what our sun will become in maybe 5 billion years. The reason why the sun will turn into a red giant is because it runs out of hydrogen in its core, causing the core to contract and heat up, which in turn ignites hydrogen fusion in a shell around the core. Some stuff we know about the red giant is that the sun itself is already gigantic, but the red one is even bigger, and obviously red in the name. Fun fact: a red giant is cooler than the sun. In simple, in simple terms, a red giant is a sorry. A red giant is a star that ran out of fuel, hydrogen, and swelled up and became cool and changed its color to red. White giraffe. The next stage that comes after a red giant is a white giraffe. It has extinguished its nuclear fuel and expelled its outer layers. The core is mainly oxygen and carbon dioxide, O2, and CO2, supported by electrons, dead and Earth sea pressure. Rather than nuclear fusion in over billions of years, becomes dim and cold, then charging into a black dwarf, and is most likely certain to remain like that. Extra info: no, a black dwarf is not a black hole. Plus, a black dwarf is actually a theory, while white ones are known in science. End of presentation. That's the end of it. What we went over: nebula, protostar, main sequence, red giant, white dwarf, and some theory. Eh, if we went past that, I apologize for the weird talking. I had a really bad cough, and that's the end of the video. Bye.